Hello, movie friends. Welcome back to our show. Anthony here.
And James here. There is so much movie news to cover.
So much.
In number 47 because it was CinemaCon. But first, let's do box office. So this weekend, The Bad Guys pulled in $14 million. That's been a pretty successful film so far. I think it's about $100 million total. Sonic 2 pulled in another $9 million. That's over $300 million worldwide. Fantastic Beasts pulled in a paltry 7.5, and it's coming in under $300 million so far globally.
It's not good, even though Sonic and Fantastic Beasts have the same gross. Sonic was half the price.
And it's a freaking Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts cost $200 million just to make it.
The Northman pulled in $6 million this weekend. It's only up to $28 million total. Global box office, huge disappointment there.
Yeah, my guess is that it'll top out around probably $40 million,
maybe
internationally.
And then Massive Talent, the Nick Cage film, it made another $3.5 million this weekend. It's up to $12 million total. Another bump. No, it's about $20 million total.
Yeah, about $20 million.
Yeah, something like that.
This one's not adjusted. I'm sorry, I forgot to adjust it for this weekend.
It's okay, pal.
So it's about $18 million so far total.
Still low.
Yeah,
and then like a $35 million budget.
And then the masterpiece, Morbius. If you're watching online, I'm wearing the hat.
He's a Morbius stan.
Morbius stan.
So 46 trillion tickets sold so far,
and it made $4 billion this weekend.
4 more billion.
4 more billion this weekend. We didn't even put it on the list because the other films can't compare.
Now, CinemaCon 2022 happened over the week in Vegas, and there's so much stuff announced. The coolest, obvious that we knew was coming is the Batman 2 was announced. Then we have Avatar 2. The title was released. It's called The Way of the Water. The trailer will pair exclusively with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And yesterday also some images were released from the film as well.
I really love the images. They somehow look even more realistic than the images that were released in 2008. It looks like the technology is much more advanced, even though it was groundbreaking back then. It feels like real textures in the images, especially the water, which is really hard to do animated. So I'm extremely excited to finally see a trailer. We'll be seeing it. We're not going to see the trailer.
Oh yeah, because
we're
going to IMAX screening, so we'll see it the next day.
Yeah, we'll see it probably online or something. Because
they don't do trailers there.
Yeah, so, but I'm looking forward to seeing what James Cameron has cooked up all this time.
And then we talked about it in our Everything We Know About the Flash episode with the possibility of General Zod being in it with Michael Shannon returning because he's on the cast list and everything, and it's confirmed in the Flash trailer that was shown at CinemaCon. Also, Feyora is going to be in it, so I'm sure there's going to be some sort of back-in-time scenario where the Flash goes, I don't know, multiverse stuff.
Different dimension of them.
Multiverse
probably.
Stuff's going on. There's a Black Adam trailer. Also, we got the first image of Margot Robbie as Barbie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back to General Zod. I think that their storyline they're going with is that this General Zod has killed Kal-El as a baby. Yeah. I think that's their storyline.
Because that's how they.
And it's going to reset Superman.
It'll be Superwoman, Supergirl that'll be taking the place of Kal-El. I think that's what I heard too. Mm-hmm. Barbie first image with Margot Robbie was shown.
Yeah, she looks perfect for the role.
Seriously.
I commented. I think IMDb posted a photo, and I commented perfect casting, and we got like 20 comments saying, "What are you talking about? Terrible casting."
Who else would you want?
I'm like, what do you mean terrible casting?
Who'd you cast instead of her? She's literally perfect for it. Sony announced a couple of films. Venom 3 is in production. Also, a film called El Muerto, which is a superhero in the Sony Marvel universe as well. And they did not announce The Amazing Spider-Man 3, so that's a bummer.
So Venom 3, they make money, so they're like, yeah, let's keep cranking these out.
I like Venom 2. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, I like that movie.
The whole neighborhood knows you like Venom 2.
But everyone thinks I'm crazy for saying I like it.
You were singing it on our rooftop.
We got a bad review. We got a one-star review because I said I liked that movie.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And I wasn't a big fan of it, but it was very funny, though. It was funny.
Top Gun had some early screenings at CinemaCon, and people are saying that it's epic, it's a perfect movie, an amazing sequel, and it's just making people cry in the theater.
Yeah, and these are critics and news outlets who have early access screenings to the film, and the embargo hasn't been released yet, so they can't say anything in terms of a review, but they're allowed to do a tweet, and all the tweets are like, it's saying it's absolutely stunning, it's epic. One tweet even said it was the best movie of the last 10 years.
That's crazy.
I know, I was like, whoa, what? That's insane.
That's a lot.
So I am very excited for this movie.
the title for Mission Impossible 7 was released. It's going to be called Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. I mean, Part 1. What
happened to Part 1?
The sequel,
They just skipped it.
Mission Impossible 8 will be Dead Reckoning Part 2. I'm leaving reading it, too.
Bet you're wondering what happened in Part 1. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man.
Also, a John Wick 4 trailer was released. We'll probably be getting that very soon as well in theaters and online. I read a description, and the footage was described, and there's a sequence in which John Wick is fighting with nunchucks. So get excited for that.
That's pretty cool. There's also going to be a new Hunger Games coming out, a movie that will release in November 2023 called Hunger Games: Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes. It's a book that actually I haven't read in the franchise.
I didn't know.
It got published in 2020. I didn't even know that they released another book.
Yeah, I had no idea. I would have read it because I really like those books.
So
it's a prequel to the Hunger Games story of Katniss' story, and it follows Snow and his rise to power from being a young man,
a young Coriolanus Snow.
I'm not sure if maybe he participates in the games, maybe. So very interesting.
Pretty cool.
Apparently
idea.
The book's pretty good.
I'll check it out. I love the Hunger Games franchise. We also got a teaser at CinemaCon that we didn't see of Wonka with our boy Timmy singing a couple tunes. I'm sure it's gonna look pretty cool.
Looking forward to it. It's from the director of the Paddington movies, so I think this movie's gonna be excellent.
I still haven't seen Paddington 2. It's on my watch list
You
because
don't even have to watch the first one.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. They bring it up a few times. How it's like a perfect, amazing movie. Now I really want to watch it now.
It's really great. I gave it a 10 out of 10 in my rating.
Oh, we know. You said it's like the best movie of the century.
Yeah, it's better than anything else.
Better than There'll Be Blood.
There'll be what? There'll be Paddington is more like it.
All right, Gary Oldman is hinting that he will retire from acting soon. It's on the horizon. That's what he's saying, and I'm sure he'll have a couple more fantastic roles. We'll see, but I don't blame him. I mean, he's had an incredible career, and he's, almost 70 now?
He's old, yeah.
He's getting up there, and I wish him the best in post-acting life, but he's a legend forever.
Hopefully he retires in comfort with his family.
I'm sure he will. He's made a few bucks.
Next up, we have release news for next year. And it's become like a fun talking point online of the last couple of days is that the new Barbie film and Christopher Nolan's film Oppenheimer are going to be released on the same day, which is actually great release date for Barbie because Oppenheimer had the date first, and then Barbie also took the date recently because very different audiences are going to go out for that movie. So
clever.
So I think it was smart for Barbie. Barbie, if it's going to release in the summer, go opposite this movie.
Barbie?
It's a Barbie movie. Oppenheimer and Barbie. But I think we both know what we're going to be seeing that day.
Maybe see it twice that day.
There's no way a Chris Nolan movie's coming out. I'm not seeing that immediately.
Yeah, well, we might even get the early screening at IMAX because it's going to be released in IMAX because he's filming.
Well, but even if we did it,
we still will go opening night for sure. Mm-hmm. But we're definitely going to see Barbie as well. But the internet's going crazy. It's like, do you want to feel doom and gloom and see Oppenheimer, or have fun and be happy and not miserable and see Barbie? It's like, whoa.
There's some of my favorite movies are doom and gloom.
First of all, it's Christopher Nolan, and we understand it's the movie about the atomic bomb. But what Christopher Nolan movie has left you like depressed afterwards? Maybe this might, but even Dunkirk has a positive ending.
Yeah, and also
uplifting.
Also, like most of my favorite movies are pretty dark movies, so I don't go to the movies just to laugh and have fun. There's more to it than that for me. But anyone who wants to go see Barbie, knock yourself out. We're gonna see it too.
It's like, do you want to watch Schindler's List or Monsters Inc.?
I might put on Schindler's List. Honestly, it's great filmmaking.
All right, the Penguin TV show at HBO Max begins production in June, and it's described as a Scarface. I can't talk today. Like rise to power of Oz. Very excited. I'm sure it'll tell the story of post the Batman, the end of that film, and him coming up and becoming the new kingpin of the city.
Oh, that's what it's going to be?
That's my assumption.
I thought it was going to be a prequel series.
Well, he's not technically rise to power. He's the right-hand man of
yeah, that's what I was always curious about the series when it was announced, it being like his rise to power, and is it before he became like a low mid-tier gangster.
That's what I mean.
Is that what the finale
That's
is?
what I think of all these TV shows. It's really clever what they're doing. The movies come out and then they continue the storylines of characters with the TV series. That's just my guess of what it's going to be.
Got it.
Because he has to become the kingpin of Gotham.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it in a movie. You can do it in a TV series instead.
Yeah, well, I hope that
It's what the MCU's doing.
I hope that's the case because I'm not sure how I feel about it being a prequel, which I thought originally read when it was first announced a couple months ago, but maybe that they had it wrong in that news story.
That's just my guess.
Yeah. I hope you're right.
That's how I would do it if I was running HBO and Warner Brothers. But Warner Brothers has had a bad track the last couple years, so they'll probably do like Baby Oz origin story. Like,
where was he born?
How did he come to look like this?
What were his parents like?
Give him like a hero's journey.
Where did he get his scar on his face?
An empathetic hero's journey.
When did he start losing his hair?
They'll do it.
Next up, John Watts, the director of the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy, was originally tapped to direct the upcoming Fantastic Four film for Marvel, but he has chosen to step down and do something other than Marvel movies. He's actually working on a movie with Clooney and Brad Pitt right now, so I think he's going to focus doing stuff like that rather than doing big-budget Marvel Studio stuff.
Plus, he's obviously expected to come back for Spider-Man 4, as Tom Holland and Zendaya are as well. Maybe he's like got the script from is it Sony property still?
Fantastic Four, it reverted back to Marvel.
So MCU has it now. It seems like it's unadaptable. I mean, if this guy doesn't want to do it, maybe the script wasn't there, or maybe he just wants to do that other stuff and maybe go into pre-production on Spider-Man 4 in the next couple of years. But I don't know.
I never really liked Fantastic Four. We saw the movies when we were kids.
I think it could be good if they make a good
maybe.
movie, but maybe it's unadaptable.
Well, whatever it is, they'll make something better than the last one.
3 attempts
you
later.
can do anything. You can throw a rock in the screen, it'll be better than the last one.
The screen can throw a rock at you, it'd be better. It might be the worst comic movie ever made.
It probably is.
They didn't even care about a second draft on that script.
Oh my God.
They're like, whatever, yeah, sure.
The movie's so
Let's
bad.
get 4 very attractive people. They'll play the characters. Let's go.
It makes 0 sense, but
All right.
don't worry about it.
Alejandro Iñárritu's next film, Bardo, or False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths.
I love his titles.
I know. Just got acquired by Netflix this past week. I'm sure it happened around at CinemaCon. And it will be streaming and in theaters when it's released at the same time.
Excellent. I'm definitely going to be seeing that in theaters. Doctor Strange 2 has already made $42 million in advanced ticket sales. The tickets went on release, 2 weeks ago, I think they came out. And so it has already made more than The Northman has made around the world.
It's crazy. It hasn't even been released.
It's made more than most of the movies that came out recently. It's crazy. That's insane. It made more than The Northman and Massive Talent combined.
That's wild. All right, The Offer finally premiered on Paramount Plus. This stars Miles Teller as well as some other characters and tells
David Fogler too.
Yeah, David Fogler from Fantastic Beasts, and it tells the story of how basically The Godfather got made, the studio end of it, those people, how they got involved, the mob's involvement in it as well. And so if you have Paramount Plus, it's streaming now.
Next up, Amsterdam is the title for David O. Russell's brand new film, which comes out later this year. It stars Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and John David Washington without his beard.
Didn't recognize him at first, but he's
very
so
handsome. Very handsome.
Obviously, he's good looking.
He might be more handsome than his dad.
I know, because obviously he looks like Denzel.
He's got a better jaw than Denzel.
But I don't think I've ever seen him without facial hair.
I've never seen him without a beard.
And then I saw him, I'm like, damn, that guy's got some. I knew he was a good looking guy.
That's a movie star face.
I knew he was a good looking guy with a beard, but damn, that's a good looking face.
Yeah, he's
like, holy shit,
movie star face.
Very pretty man.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
He was hiding in the beard.
Jim's like, who else in this movie?
And I'm going,
Margot, who?
The man crush. We talk about man crushes way too long.
We're not afraid to. But David O. Russell is one of my favorite filmmakers, and his movies are just so incredible and unique. And obviously, this is his third collaboration with Christian Bale.
First with Margot.
Yeah. First one with Margot.
First with JD.
And it's a period piece. And it seems like some kind of mystery. Looks like there's some kind of performance element involved. Like they're on the banner behind them looks like it's something
there's a photo
to be on
release.
stage.
It's not a still from the movie, or maybe it is, but
it's behind the scenes.
They're looking camera.
And it looks like they're involved in some kind of show.
They got interesting wardrobe.
Yeah, so I can't wait. And Christian Bale also curled his hair, so he's got curls. It makes him look like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, he does look like McConaughey.
But sign me up.
News.
By the way, Christian Bale is going to have probably the biggest year of his career this year. It might be. He's got Thor. He has Amsterdam, and then he has the Pale Blue Eye with Scott Cooper. the detective
pretty big.
gothic movie. So
Well,
3 giant movies.
It's true.
Might be his best year ever.
All right, next up we have news from Damien Chazelle's newest film, Babylon, which comes out this year. Very excited to see that, where it stars Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt, and it's about the silent film era as the movies turn into talkies. We're assuming they play movie stars and silent film stars. And then also, Tobey Maguire was cast, but it was announced just this past week at CinemaCon that he will be playing Charlie Chaplin. Very cool. I would love to see him playing that role, and I want to see him do a British accent and see what he can do.
Yeah, excellent choice. Next up, Denis Villeneuve has stepped down from the adaptation of the TV series Bene Gesserit, which is a spin-off of Dune.
No, it's called Dune, the sister at HBO series. Focused on the Bene Gesserit.
Yeah, gotcha.
Just read the log line.
I don't want to.
I wrote it perfectly down.
Yeah, well, I'm an independent person.
You got it wrong.
And so he won't be involved, but I'm sure that they're obviously going to use what he built in the movie and draw from that in terms of the style and tone of the film of the series. And the first 2 episodes will be directed by Johan Renck, who made the entire series of Chernobyl, which is one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Yeah, and Denis will be an executive producer of the series, so he'll remain on in that level.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he'll have anything to do with the production at all. Ballerina is an Anna de Armas-led John Wick spinoff that will begin filming this summer.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it was always rumored, and now it's finally
that
official.
world is expanding.
Yeah, she's a great choice, and we all saw her in the new Bond film, and she stole that scene. Great with action. Next up, Adam Sandler has confirmed that he is making a new film with the Safdie brothers. They're currently working on it. Sign me up. Uncut Gems was so awesome, and I can't wait to see this one.
Yeah, he said it's super interesting and unusual, and people are going to really like it, I think. Next up, we have some IMAX news where their CEO says the day-to-date release strategy for tentpole movies is an experiment that's over.
I knew it. I told you. They make the real money in theaters. That's where real money is made.
IMAX had a great first quarter for 2022. Obviously, they had the Batman and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure we had played a part in that.
I think, yeah. I think we helped get people to see Dune for sure. Like, I'm sure thousands of people saw Dune because we were talking about it so often. But that's great news. Theaters are coming back. They're projecting that it's going to be returning to normalcy maybe by the end of the year or next year for sure. And obviously, like Eddie said, it's where the money's made. People still love going to the cinema. I've been to the movies like 3 times in the last 2 weeks. Always packed theaters every time.
Yeah, we made a whole episode about theaters versus streaming last year.
Yeah.
And I remember recently some guy was commenting on the YouTube video of it, and I got in a debate with him. He's like, "You're wrong. The world's changing. Like, the money's not in theaters. Like, this is the future is streaming.
Money is literally in theaters."
And then I was like, oh, why are all these brand new movies getting released in theaters only? Why is it in the poster only in theaters? Why are they marketing it only in theaters? Because that's where the money is. That's where they're making the big bucks. Opening weekend in theaters, you can't make that money streaming.
This is the New York Stock Exchange. There's no money here.
Why are you
Why
here?
are you people here?
Time to go mobile.
I've been waiting to say that. I've always wanted to reference that quote forever. I've never had a situation to do it, I don't think.
The fiber. Time to go mobile.
Sorry, can I rise this? All right, there are a couple MCU date swaps for movies. So the Marvels and the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania are swapping. The Marvels will now release on July 28th, 2023, and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania will release February 17th, 2023.
What is the Marvels?
Good question. I believe is that Captain Marvel's next movie?
No,
Let me
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I thought you were a Marvel stan. The Marvels movie. Isn't it? Is it a team up?
It must be. If it's plural. I'm sure there's more than one Marvel.
Yeah, it's Captain Marvel's next movie.
And Miss Marvel.
So Miss Marvel will be in it. Nick Fury will be in it. Some of the Eternals will be in it. So I think it's just a big combination mashup of.
Oh, it's like a team up.
Yeah,
whole team up movie.
I mean, it's only what I said.
Yeah, but you didn't know who was gonna be in it.
I was guessing. It sounded like it. So I think she's the leader of the Marvels.
Gotcha.
We don't know much about the comic books of Marvels, like lore.
They know.
So
every time a new superhero movie comes out, I'm like, who is this one?
That isn't DC.
I had never heard of Miss Marvel. I'd never heard of Captain Marvel. I'd never heard of the Wasp.
I never heard
Ant-Man.
of Star-Lord or any of those guys, or Hawkeye. I didn't know. I knew who. I kind of knew who Iron Man was.
I barely knew who Iron Man was.
Barely.
I was like, isn't that like that iron suit guy? That's it.
Captain America, I knew.
I think so. I think I knew. I'm not sure if I did though. Maybe I did.
No, I knew who he was. Just from
I'm talking about me.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I knew Thor.
Do you know anything?
Nah, not
You
really.
don't know a lot of stuff.
No.
Moving on.
Next up, Blake Lively is making her directorial debut film with a movie called Seconds, which was actually written by Edgar Wright, adapted from a graphic novel.
From the same graphic novel writer as the guy who made Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Wow, nice. Must be fun.
Space Force got canceled at Netflix, and I mean, I saw an episode of that when it first came
You mean
out.
their tentpole series?
And I figured it was going to happen at some point. I didn't really find it very funny, and I love Steve Carell, and I've been through The Office 11 times, but it's just none of the jokes landed. It was just like kind of just very safe, silly humor, and it just didn't work.
I remember watching the first trailer for the first season and thinking, yeah, that looks terrible. That
I
does
think
not
the
look funny
concept's
at all.
there. It's just the execution wasn't there.
Yeah. Next up, our final bit of news is that Bradley Cooper is currently in pre-production on a film based upon Leonard Bernstein, and he has recently cast Maya Hawke, Stranger Things actress. She's joining a star-studded lineup in this film, and it's going to be released on Netflix.
He made musicals, right? And he was a composer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a
Leonard Bernstein.
producer, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Look at Maya Hawke, killing it.
Yeah,
She
she's
got,
a great
she
actor.
got the gene. All right, that's it for movie news number 47. Stay tuned for episodes this week. Tomorrow we have our Nicolas Cage actor spotlight. It was a lot of fun. And then on Thursday, we're going with David Fincher's Seven.
It's going to be epic. It's a
Heck
good
yeah.
one.
Take care, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Find us on all audio streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to check out one of these other videos right here for more content on our favorite films and breaking down all kinds of movie content. Thanks so much.